disastrous.
No, I'm not pro. I'm not pro what the Tories and the DUP are doing. I'm critical of Europe. I think many people have been critical of Europe in the past, particularly during the bailout years, both the way Europe treated both the Greek and the Irish people. And there's lots of criticisms of Europe's attempt to militarise and move towards the PESCO deal. There's lots of criticism of Europe for the border deals they did with Turkey and with Libya to keep Mediterranean victims out of keep Mediterranean victims and refugees out of Europe.
Do you think Brexit is that, because we have had such a focus on British politics and the failures in British politics? Do you think that Brexit is actually should be more focused on the failure of European politics, of the Brussels bureaucrats?
Well, Brexit, I believe, is focused on the implosion of the British Empire as a leading industrial power and a leading military power. And what has happened in Britain right across the equivalent of the Rust Belt is that tens of thousands of people have lost their jobs, have been dumped on the scrap heap, and consecutive Tory governments have done nothing, only attack their welfare, wind down and try to privatise their health service, and in the course of it used immigration as a way of saying they're the bogeymen, the people who come into this country, and they're only getting in because Europe let them. And in many cases I think there's been a big wind-up of the British people. When your last speaker said that that country has been traumatised by Brexit, I think that actually is true, because none of the other stuff, and there is lots and lots of really bad things happening to the British people in terms of the homeless crisis. It's worse than ours proportionately.
But hasn't this been an incredible failure of the left in UK politics?
Yes, it has. But it's also been the fact that the left in UK politics is mainly dominated by the Labour Party, and any attempt by the Labour Party to divert attention onto the real bread and butter issues that are affecting the people of Britain has been hampered by the fact that there's been an out-and-out anti-Corbyn campaign by the media and the rest of the body politic, based mainly on spurious grounds that he's an anti-Semitic, that he's, out to destroy the country, etc. But
it's not just about Corbyn particularly, it's about the type of politics that Jeremy Corbyn espouses.
But there's two souls to the Labour Party. There's two souls to the Labour Party. I'm sorry, Jeremy Corbyn is a relatively new leader. Before that, you had years and years and years of Blair and other middle-of-the-road Labour Party leaders who brought Britain into the Iraqi war, who allowed the wind down and the privatisation of services.
And some analysis would say made Labour electable.
Corbyn got elected on the basis of refuting all that. In fact, if you listen to the detail of the British Party conference recently, he got elected as leader of the Labour Party by refuting all.
No, but that's not the point. The point is within the UK political system to get that first past the post, Corbyn's politics is a difficulty there, surely.
Yeah, because he speaks a different type of language to the Tories and to the right-wing Labour Party. But if you hear some of the policies that the Labour Party passed at their conference under Corbyn, they're very radical policies which talk about cancelling Trident, using the money to re-enhance the NHS, building tens of thousands of homes, really radical, decent social policies.
And they are several points behind an appallingly performing Tory party.
And the British people have been traumatised by Brexit. There is no doubt about that. Okay. And to a degree, we've been held back by Brexit because it has allowed everything the government do in terms of homelessness, the health crisis, to go under the radar. There's been very little emphasis on the real disgraceful failures of our own government to deliver the changes that we need for this country.